Hello, welcome to aesthetic wear. So today we'll be learning how to make a polo shirt. Yeah, a polo top. So this is a stretchy fabric. First you need to determine if your fabric is stretchy, so you keep the stretchy part by the side. Let it be on the body. So you got to fold it into two. This is folded by four. That's the front and the back done together. So the next thing we'll do is to get the length. For the length, get your actual length. I don't know what your length will be, but for my own I used length 24 in total. Yeah, so now says to get the chest line and the armhole, then the shoulder, and then put down the shoulder measurement down to your chest line and roll the line. That's how to get your armhole. The next thing we are going to do right now is to get the neckline. So this is the neck width and then the neck depth. I'm using 3:1. That the depth is 3, while the depth is 1, sorry, the width is 3. Then the front one, the depth is 3. So you can see me marking those lines there. The next thing is to give your shoulder slant. Come down by 1 inch from your shoulder, then slant it back to your shoulder, and that is it. The next thing here that we need to do is to get our waistline. For me, I'm using the waist of 16.5. Yes, so get the length, and from your shoulder you get the midpoint and put your chest measurement. That's my chest measurement, and then your waist measurement divided by 4. Your chest measurement divided by 4, then your waist measurement divided. Just input your measurements right there. And the next thing to do right now is to cross check your measurements. Then for your waist, your down waist, because this top doesn't get to the hip, so I used my same waist measurement, added 1 into it. Did you get my waist measurement divided by 4, then I added 1 inch to it, so to give it that a kind of curvy shape. I don't want it that straight, so I rolled the line and then I slanted it by the side upwards by 1 inch, and then give it a curve. The next thing is to rule your lines. Here I'm giving my shoulder curve. I came in by 1/2 inch from the midpoint and then connect it, giving it a sweet curve at the armhole. You can see how I'm doing it. Sorry my chalk is not visible, but if you pay much attention you understand. So we are done trimming out our measurement. Like we have cut out our measurement. Now is to remove the back side so that we can give the front one the desired neckline, which is that 3 inches. So you have to this material is stretchy, so sometimes you got to shift. I just cross checked if the neck depth, if the neck length is still the same, and it is. So here I'm trimming down the remaining 2 inches. That will make it 3 inches for the neck. This is my front neck. It's going to be a bit down. It's 3 inches in fact. So here to get our collar, because this thing is a piping collar, so to get it I did mine 1 inch from there, and for the midpoint side, that place I did 1/2 inch, but I found out something later I'm going to tell you. If you're doing your own, you can do 1/2 inch on the neckline, and then that waist side you can do 0.25. Yes, so that the overlapping collar will be 1 inch in total, because mine happens to be 1.5 inch in total, and I don't really like it, but it's fine. But the next time I'll be doing it 1 inch. So the next thing to do right now is to go to your machine and join the shoulders. Yeah, join the shoulders together so that way we can take our round neck measurement for the collar. So before that, let's measure our armhole so that we can use them cut out our sleeve. So here our armhole is 9.5. We'll be using that measurement to cut out our sleeve. Then our sleeve is folded into four because I'm cutting the both sleeve at the same time. Here I'm checking if it's up to that 9.5 and it wasn't up to, so I adjusted it. So that is it. You can see me doing that right now. And then I am using my round sleeve to get the normal measurement for the other side. So here I'm using the length of 8. I want it to be total 7. So the other 1 inch is for folding. It doesn't take up to that, but then that is it. So okay, I'm giving my arm hook off, and then I measured it afterwards to see if it's up to that, and yes, it was up to that, so I have to cut. We are done cutting our sleeve, and this is what it looks like. I know you're in love with it. So the next thing to do now is to measure this place. You see it's 1 inch. So by the time I take half inch, it will now be 1.5 inch at the end, and that's not what I planned initially, but fine. Here I'm checking the measurements. Check the measure, then bring it down. Whatever you have there, you add like 2 inches or 3 inches to it so that you have something to turn it up. So here I've cut out the strap, and I'm dividing it into two because it's for the two sides. So you can see I'm cross-checking my measurement again to see if I am still on track, which yeah, I am still on track. So let's go. I'm dividing it into two for the two parts because I'll be joining one to the left and joining one to the right. So the height to join it, you will turn your top, the front side. Like the front side is where you place this thing, and that's where you sew from, not the back side or the right side. Yes, you see how I'm doing it, right? You see the extra inches that I added. You see where that one is a touching. So after sewing it, we'll flip it over this way. That's why I said you sew from the right side. So we are done sewing it. Look at what it looks like, and we have joined the shoulders. Did you see that extra 2 inches I added to it? You can see where that thing is coming out from, right? Yes, so we are going to trim that part off as well. Yeah, you can see me trimming it out. So the essence of adding that one is to enable you have enough material to join it. So this is what the front side looks like. So what I'm doing here, because initially when I cut that part, that my neckline, that side wasn't straight, but because of the strap is straight, so I'm going to come down by ½ inch and then connect it to that point. You can see me doing that, right? To now have that straight sharp edge there. You curve it just like normal round neck. You see me doing that. So the next thing is to go and measure my neck, my round neck, yes, so that we can use and cut the strap. So you measure this part when you must have joined everything, both your shoulder and that overlapping part. So this is it. This is me and what I'm doing. At the end I got 18.5, which is 18.5, and then my measurement for this strap for the neckline is 3.5. Yes, so that 3.5 I will use ½ inch to sew it, then it will be remaining 3 inches in total. So here I make sure I get my 18.5 there. I didn't add allowance. Yes, I'm sorry, I didn't mention while sewing this cloth, you don't need to add allowance. Just get your exact measurement because this material is stretchy. If it's too stretchy, please minus 1 inch from your measurement. Like if your measurement is if your waist is divided by 4 is 8, please do 7. If your bust divided by 4 is 10, just do 9. If the material is too stretchy, but if it's not too stretchy, just do the exact measurement. Don't add allowance because the material is stretchy already, so you don't need allowance. It will still fit in. That's what I did here. And here I've joined it. I've sewn the two parts. So what next I want to do here is to join into my neckline, because this material is stretchy, so sometimes it can stretch more than you wanted. What I'm doing here is to notch my midpoint, the center back, and then use my needle to tack it. Yeah, I use my needle, my pin to hold it in place because I don't want it to overstretch. I don't want to have any leftover and then I'll start losing and coming back to fix it again. No, that's why I'm holding it with my needle. If you can, hold it with your needle. If you cannot, or if you know that you maintain it, please do the way it works for you. So this particular way here, it works for me. So this is our final look. I've joined the sleeve, the collar and everything. I've done everything. uh, so this is the final look. I guess I like it. Yeah, that's not how you not like it now. Sure, you not like good thing, you will like it. So this is what it looks like. You can see, and this is it on me. Tell me you don't like this thing now. You can add your sticker, you can place sticker anywhere. Me, and I've not ironed it, and it's looking like this. Please give this a thumbs up and like, subscribe.